I'm ranking all the iconic bridges in the New York City area. This video is split into 3 parts, with this video covering all of the bridges crossing the Harlem River. Part 1 covered all bridges crossing the East River. Part 3 will cover all bridges crossing the Hudson River, Staten Island, and Long Island. The ranking is pretty simple, with S tier being one of the best bridges in New York City, and F tier being one of the worst bridges in New York City. I'm grading these bridges on personal opinion, historical significance, overall appearance, and impact to the city. Now that you know how I'm judging these bridges, let's get right into the next 16 bridges that crosses the Harlem River in New York City. The first bridge is the southernmost bridge crossing the Harlem River, which is the Wards Island Bridge, also known as the 103rd Street Footbridge. This vertical lift bridge connects Manhattan and Wards Island and is only accessible to pedestrians and cyclists. It was designed by Othmar Ammann, who also designed several other bridges throughout the city. The bridge opened in 1951 to pedestrians and later opened to cyclists in 1967. The main span length of the Wards Island Bridge is 312 feet or 95 meters, with a total bridge length of 1,247 feet or 380 meters. Wards Island has a lot of sports fields but very few residents, so I'm not sure how much usage this bridge actually gets. It may or may not be an overall useful bridge for the city, nor does it have much historical significance associated with the bridge, but I do like the overall appearance of the structure, so for those reasons, I'll rank this bridge in the C tier. Moving to the north is the Robert F. Kennedy Bridge Harlem River Lift Span, which is a part of the TriBeCa Bridge complex. This section is a vertical lift truss bridge that connects Manhattan with Randall's Island. This bridge carries 6 lanes of traffic with 2 sidewalks, with the longest span of the bridge being the lift section at 310 feet or 94 meters, and a total length of 700 feet or 213 meters. This bridge was designed by Alston Dana in collaboration with Othmar Ammann and architect Amar Embury II. At the time of completion, this bridge had the largest deck of any lift bridge in the world, with a surface area of 20,000 square feet or approximately 1,900 square meters. This bridge is extremely useful for the city as it carries an enormous amount of traffic, especially in conjunction with the TriBeCa Bridge complex, carrying approximately 200,000 vehicles per day. I neither like nor dislike the architectural design of the bridge, so with all of those reasons in consideration, I'll rank this bridge as an A-tier bridge. To the east is the last section of the TriBeCa Bridge, which is the Robert F. Kennedy Bridge Bronx Kill Span, which carries 8 lanes of Interstate 278 as well as 2 sidewalks over the Bronx Kill, connecting the Bronx with Randall's Island. This bridge is a truss bridge that was designed by consulting engineers Ash, Howard, Needles, and Tamman. This whole TriBeCa Bridge complex opened in 1936 and sees close to 200,000 vehicles per day on the entire system. The main span length of this bridge is 383 feet or 117 meters, with a total length of 1,600 feet or 488 meters. This bridge sees a ton of traffic on the entire system, but is my least favorite architecturally of the 3 bridges and has minimal historical significance. For those reasons, I'm ranking this bridge as a C-tier bridge. Over to the west is the Willis Avenue Bridge, carrying northbound traffic as well as bidirectional pedestrian and cycling traffic over the Harlem River, connecting Manhattan to the Bronx. The original bridge carried bidirectional traffic when it opened in 1901. This bridge was retrofitted with trolley cars in 1914, but was removed in 1941 after the bridge failed a monthly inspection, which is also when the traffic was converted to a one-way bridge. The old bridge was replaced by a new bridge in 2010 with a main span length of 304 feet or 93 meters and a total bridge length of 3,212 feet or 979 meters. This bridge saw daily traffic from 2016 of 62,293 vehicles. This bridge is used fairly heavily, but isn't my favorite architecturally. It also doesn't have much historical significance, so for those reasons, I would rank this bridge as a C-tier bridge. To the northwest is the 3rd Avenue Swing Bridge that carries the southbound traffic from the Bronx to Manhattan. Similarly to the Willis Avenue Bridge, it opened bidirectionally in 1898, but was converted to one-way when the Willis Avenue Bridge was converted. This bridge was replaced in 1956 as well as 2005. It has a main span length of 300 feet or 91 meters and a total bridge length of 2,800 feet or 853 meters. This bridge saw daily traffic from 2016 of 55,096 vehicles. On July 8th of 2024, literally 19 days from recording the script, the bridge got stuck in the open position due to heat waves causing the bridge to expand, not allowing vehicles to cross. The New York City Fire Department had to spray water on the bridge to cool it down. While this bridge carries a good amount of traffic, it's been replaced twice and still broke down, causing major issues for everyone. This looks very similar to the Willis Avenue Bridge, which I am not a fan of, so for those reasons, I'd rank this bridge as a D-tier bridge. Moving to the northwest is the Park Avenue Bridge, also known as the Harlem River Lift Railroad Bridge. This bridge opened in 1841 as a box truss bridge with a wooden swing span. The wooden swing span was rebuilt in 1867 with an iron swing span. It was rebuilt again later due to the iron swing span being rendered obsolete with heavy traffic as a 4-track swing bridge in 1897, which also raised the profile of the entire bridge. Again, it was rebuilt in 1956, but this time as a vertical lift bridge, which is what the current bridge is today. The longest span of the bridge is the lift section at 340 feet or 100 meters long. Just like the Robert F. Kennedy Lift Bridge, I neither like nor dislike the architectural design of this bridge. Railroads in general are very important for cities, and the history of this bridge is crazy with all the replacements, therefore I would rank this bridge as a B-tier bridge. To the northwest is the Madison Avenue Bridge, which is a swing bridge that opened in 1910. This bridge connects Manhattan and the Bronx and was designed by Alfred P. Bowler. This bridge replaced an earlier swing bridge built in 1884 and doubled the capacity of the bridge. The longest span is 300 feet or 91 meters with a total bridge length of 1,892 feet or 577 meters. It saw daily traffic from 2016 of 44,338 vehicles. While this bridge doesn't see as much traffic as the bridges we've covered earlier, and it doesn't have a ton of historical significance, at least it hasn't had as many problems as a 3rd Avenue Bridge, making this bridge a C-tier bridge in my opinion. Maybe I'm not the biggest fan of swing bridges, or maybe it's the fact that New York City has so many of them that I've raised my standards for them just for this city. To the north is yet another swing bridge, and if you think this is the last swing bridge in the video, you're wrong. This video alone is going to make me sick of seeing swing bridges. This bridge is the Harlem River Swing Bridge, also known as the 145th Street Bridge, which originally opened in 1905 and was replaced in 2006. This bridge carries 4 lanes of traffic and connects Manhattan and the Bronx. The main span length is 300 feet or 91 meters with a total bridge length of 1,602 feet or 488 meters. It saw daily traffic from 2016 of 29,315 vehicles, which is significantly less than similar swing bridges in the city. This bridge looks very similar to other swing bridges and isn't very historically significant, so with all of those reasons, I would rate this bridge as a D-tier bridge. Surely it's not another swing bridge. Oh, wait, it is. This is the Macombs Dam Bridge, which opened in 1895. This one is actually interesting though, as it was originally built as a dam in 1814 but was removed in 1858 due to complaints on navigating the river. 3 years later, a wooden swing bridge was built which was called the Central Bridge, and it required frequent maintenance. The current bridge was built in 1895 and was designed by Alfred Bowler. This bridge is historically significant as it is the 3rd oldest major bridge still operating in New York City and was designated as a New York City landmark in 1992. It is also the oldest remaining swing bridge in the city. This bridge carries 4 lanes of traffic and 2 lanes for pedestrians and has a main span length of 408 feet or 124 meters with a total bridge length of 2,540 feet or 770 meters. It saw daily traffic from 2016 of 38,183 vehicles. With all of the reasons listed, I think this bridge belongs as an A-tier bridge. Time to talk about another swing bridge to the north, and that is the High Bridge, which, like I said, is a swing... Wait, It's not a swing bridge. This is completely different. This is a steel arch bridge that opened in 1848 as the Croton Aqueduct. The original Croton Aqueduct contained 16 individual stone arches and was the first of its kind ever constructed in the United States. A walkway was built on the aqueduct in 1864, making it the oldest bridge in New York City. The 5 arches over the Harlem River were replaced with a 450-foot or 140-meter steel arch in 1928. The use of the aqueduct portion stopped in 1949, and the use of the walkway across the bridge shut down in 1970 due to high crime. The bridge reopened in 2015 after being closed for over 45 years. The bridge was designated as a New York City landmark in 1970, a U.S. National Register of Historic Places in 1972, and a New York State Register of Historic Places in 1980. With everything I mentioned, I think we can all agree that this bridge deserves to be an S-tier bridge, and I love the look of mixing the old arches with the new arch. To the north is the Alexander Hamilton Bridge, which is a steel arch bridge that opened in 1963 and is a part of Interstate 95. This bridge carries 8 lanes of traffic and connects the Trans-Manhattan Expressway in the Washington Heights section of Manhattan with the Cross Bronx Expressway in the Bronx. This bridge includes a set of spiraling ramps known as the High Bridge Interchange, or locally as the Corkscrew. This bridge has a main span length of 555 feet or 169 meters and a total bridge length of 2,375 feet or 724 meters. It saw daily traffic from 2016 of 177,853 vehicles, making it one of the busiest bridges in New York City. As this bridge is an important connection to the north end of Manhattan and serves a ton of people with a good-looking design, I think this bridge is an A-tier bridge. Just a little bit to the north is the Washington Bridge, not to be confused with the George Washington Bridge that spans the Hudson River. The Washington Bridge is a steel arch bridge that opened in 1888 and connects Manhattan and the Bronx. This bridge carries 6 lanes of traffic as well as sidewalks. It was designed by Charles C. Schneider and Wilhelm Hildenbrand and was the first bridge in the United States where the arches were made of plate girders and is classified as a 2-hinged arch bridge. It was praised as an architectural accomplishment and features 2 main arches that are each 510 feet or 160 meters long with a total length of 2,375 feet or 724 meters. When it first opened, only pedestrians were allowed until 1906 when vehicles were then allowed. This bridge is designated as a New York City landmark, a New York State Register of Historic Places, and U.S. National Register of Historic Places in 1983. This bridge saw daily traffic in 2016 of 57,647 vehicles. This bridge has a phenomenal design with lots of important history associated with it. With the reasoning provided, I think this bridge is an S-tier bridge. Ah, crap. We're back to a steel truss swing bridge with the University Heights Bridge that is to the northeast of the Washington Bridge. The University Heights Bridge opened in 1908. That was originally the Broadway Bridge further to the north. The bridge was moved to its current location and carries 4 lanes of traffic with 1 sidewalk. It was originally designed by consulting engineer William Hubert Burr with a main span length of 270 feet or 82 meters and a total length of 1,566 feet or 477 meters. This bridge was designated as a city landmark in 1984 and was completely rebuilt in 1992. This bridge saw daily traffic in 2016 of 40,078 vehicles. The history of this bridge is interesting and carries a decent amount of traffic. I think this bridge is a B-tier bridge. Moving to the northwest is the Broadway Bridge. The original bridge was a swing bridge that opened in 1895 and was moved to where the current University Heights Bridge is in 1908. The second bridge was a double-decker swing bridge with an upper deck carrying subway tracks while the lower deck carried vehicle and pedestrian traffic. The current bridge is now a steel vertical lift bridge which opened in 1962 and is also a double-decker connecting Manhattan and the Bronx. The main span length is 304 feet or 93 meters with a total bridge length of 558 feet or 170 meters. This bridge saw daily traffic from 2016 of 36,027 vehicles as well as carries subway traffic. While it is not my favorite bridge architecturally, it does have a lot of history and carries subway traffic as well as vehicle and pedestrian traffic, making this bridge a B-tier bridge. To the west is the Henry Hudson Bridge, which crosses the, let me make sure I say this correctly, Spuyten Duyvil Creek, connecting Spuyten Duyvil in the Bronx with Inwood in Manhattan. This bridge is a double-decker steel arch bridge that opened in 1936 and carries 6 lanes of traffic, 3 on each level. This bridge was designed by David B. Steinman and was the longest plate girder arch and fixed arch bridge in the world when it opened. The main span has a length of 841 feet or 256 meters, with a total bridge length of 2,208 feet or 673 meters. This bridge saw daily traffic in 2016 of 62,648 vehicles. I love the design of the bridge, and the bridge is historically significant with heavy usage making this bridge an A-tier bridge. The westernmost point of the Harlem River, which is actually called the Spuyten Duyvil Creek and meets the Hudson River, is the Spuyten Duyvil Railroad Bridge, which is a swing bridge that opened in 1900. This bridge was originally built to carry 2 tracks, but now only carries 1. The original bridge was a wooden railroad drawbridge constructed in 1849 and was replaced with an iron bridge in 1895. The current bridge was designed by Robert Giles. This bridge only sits 5 feet or 1.5 meters above the water level. It's crazy how it doesn't flood all the time, but I digress. This bridge has been hit by boats a few times, causing the bridge to be stuck open. This bridge also stopped being used in 1982 and started getting used again by Amtrak in 1991. There have been some crazy incidents on this bridge since Amtrak took over. In 2004, an 80-year-old woman mistakenly drove her car onto the bridge from the Bronx side and was hit by an Amtrak train carrying her vehicle 250 feet. Fortunately, the woman survived with only minor injuries. In 2010, a fire broke out on the bridge, suspending service until later that evening. In 2016, a boat ran into the bridge, causing major delays, while an inspection crew made sure the bridge was safe to cross. The main span length of the bridge is 286 feet or 87 meters, with a total bridge length of 610 feet or 190 meters. This bridge has been plagued with problems. It's also an extremely low bridge and, in my opinion, is extremely ugly. With all of that in consideration, and of course, one bridge has to be an F-tier bridge in this video, I think this bridge deserves to be an F-tier bridge. What do you think of my ranking? Do you agree? Disagree? If you haven't already subscribed, please do and help the channel grow to 1,000 subscribers. On the left is the first part to the series, and on the right will be part 3 of the series when it's uploaded. Thanks so much for watching.